boys and girls. I miss you guys so much. I thought I'd read you a story today, since we can't be together in the classroom. But I want to introduce you to some of my two pets first. This is Cammie. Cammie, come on up. She's our 2-year-old puppy. She's a cockapoo. She's a sweetie. And I wish she'd come see you, but not right now. Going down. And this is somebody you've already seen before. Our buddy Rex. He's doing great. He misses being in the classroom with you. Hopes to see you again real soon. But we thought we'd read you a story today. I picked a story that is about friends, because we're all missing our friends right now. And these two friends are boys named Arlo and Robbie. And this story is called The Missing Tooth. You know what the first page is, of course, the title page. Here it is. It repeats the title, The Missing Tooth. You know that word. It's one of our sight words. And tooth you can sound out. Tooth. It's written by the author Joanna Cole and illustrated Marilyn Hafner. She did wonderful pictures. You'll enjoy them. Arlo and Robbie were best friends. They both rode green bikes with horns that went wonka, wonka, wonka. They both had ant farms and horned toads. They both liked to trade baseball cards. And they both love peanut butter ice cream. Arlo said, I think we are best friends because we are so much alike. We even have a missing tooth in the same place. One day at school, their teacher said, Arlo and Robbie, look at you today. Arlo and Robbie laughed. They both had on Robot Man shirts, red pants, and black sneakers. Arlo put his arm around Robbie and said, we match all over, even our teeth match. Then Arlo and Robbie both smiled, a big smile, so everyone could see. Later, Robbie and Arlo were playing checkers. Robbie said, guess what? My other front tooth is loose, and he wiggled his tooth. Arlo wanted to be the same as Robbie, so he wiggled his tooth too. I think mine is loose, he said, but it really wasn't. Let's make a bet, said Robbie. If my tooth comes out first, you have to give me 10 cents. If your tooth comes out first, I have to give you 10 cents. Is it a deal? Arlo did not want to make the deal, but he said yes anyway, and they shook on it. A few days later, Robbie went to Arlo's house. They were going to trade baseball cards. He's coming down the stairs saying, hi. Robbie had a Cal Ripken card. I wish I had a Cal Ripken card, said Arlo. Will you trade it? No, said Arlo. It's my best card. I cannot trade it. Arlo got up. I am hungry, he said. Let's not trade cards anymore. And he got 2 apples, and he gave one to Robbie. They sat outside together. Robbie bit into his apple and suddenly put his hand over his mouth. Look, Arlo, my other tooth came out. Robbie held out his hand and there was a tooth. Gee, said Arlo, that's neat. But now we're not the same. Robbie did not seem to hear. He saw Mr. Walker go by. Mr. Walker, shouted Robbie, I just lost a tooth. Well, said Mr. Robbie. Tooth Fairy will be coming to your house tonight. With my Tooth Fairy money, I can buy more baseball cards, said Robbie. Then Robbie looked at Arlo. Hey, I almost forgot. We had a bet. My tooth came out first, so you have to give me 10 cents. Arlo gave Robbie the money, but he wasn't very happy. Robbie was going to get money from the Tooth Fairy. He was going to get more baseball cards, and he already had the Cal Ripken card. It wasn't fair. Robbie had everything. Arlo went to the backyard, and Robbie followed him. Arlo began to swing on his tire. Can I swing too? Asked Robbie. No, said Arlo. Let's play ball, said Robbie. I don't want to, said Arlo. If you will not play, said Robbie, I am going to go home. Hurry up, said Arlo. Don't keep the tooth fairy waiting. You are mean, said Robbie. I don't want to play with you anymore. And Robbie went home. Arlo went inside. He made a tower of blocks, then pushed it down. He felt as lonely as his one space in the front. Rex is moving around a lot. The next day, Arlo did not say hello to Robbie. And at show and tell, Robbie showed his tooth to the children. And he showed his box of baseball cards. I'm going to get to buy more baseball cards today. After show and tell, Robbie put away his baseball cards, and one fell out. Robbie did not see it, but Arlo did. Arlo picked it up, and it was the Cal Ripken card. Arlo wanted to keep the card. He almost put it in his pocket, but then he looked at Robbie. It was Robbie's card. He would be sad without it. It was wrong for Arlo to take it. So, Robbie was overfeeding the fish, and Arlo went over to him. Here, Robbie, said Arlo, you dropped this. Gee, thanks, Arlo said. Arlo, he said. Robbie went and put the card in his box. I am sorry we had a fight, Robbie said. Arlo nodded. Me too. Robbie took something out of his pocket. It was 10 cents, which is a dime. Take this back, said Robbie. We shouldn't have made a bet. Arlo thought for a moment. Then he said, no, you keep it. A bet's a bet. Come on, let's go play. Arlo and Robbie ran out to the playground. They climbed all the way up top to the jungle gym, and Arlo hung upside down. But when he did, his mouth bumped the bar. Arlo sat up, put his hand over his mouth, and said, Robbie, look at this. Arlo held out his hand, and there was the tooth in it. Now we have matching teeth again, said Robbie. No, we don't, said Arlo. Arlo opened his mouth. The hole was in a different place. But Arlo and Robbie both smiled a big smile. They did not have matching teeth, but they were best friends anyway. Rex is really wanting to say hi, so I'm going to bring him over to say hi. I hope you enjoyed the story, and hopefully we'll be able to have a Zoom lesson real soon together. Take care, boys and girls.